Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to tell you why I think every software developer should learn shortcut keys. Alright, so the other day I was having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about video editing and video production. So, what kind of tools I use to edit and how long it takes and that kind of stuff. And I was saying that actually for me I use Final Cut Pro, but I've done so many videos in the past that for me editing a video doesn't take that long. I know all the shortcut keys, so it's really pretty simple. And she stopped at that and she said, "Oh, you guys with your shortcut keys." And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you guys with your shortcut keys? And apparently she had recently been on a video chat with developers in her company, and when she did, which was sharing her screen, and when she did a right-click copy, right-click paste, apparently there was a collective groan among the developers, right? And it made me laugh, because if you've ever watched somebody do right-click copy, right-click paste using the mouse, it's like watching an old man cross the street. It's just sort of like a, part of you just dies inside. But anyway, so and I started thinking about it a lot. So for me, I use shortcut keys a lot. That was one of the big things when I learned in IDE. I learned what the shortcut keys are because it makes, well, for the first reason that developers use shortcut keys is it makes us more productive, obviously, right? It's faster just to use a shortcut key rather than go find it in the menu or go into a solution file and opening like a tree view type of thing. No, it's easier just to use your shortcut keys and go straight to there. But the secondary reason, and one of the big reasons I think that every developer should learn shortcuts if you don't know them already, is it helps you master your tools, right? It's really impressive to watch a developer go just from code file to code file, from line to line, without having to scroll or use the mouse or everything like that. I was in a meeting just last week with some other developers working on a project, and one of the guys brought up he was sharing his screen, and he brought up, I think it was Visual Studio, and he had ReSharper in it. ReSharper is a JetBrains tool, which goes on top of Visual Studio, which adds loads of productivity stuff. All right, but he was just, his use of the shortcut keys and how quickly he was going from code. I mean, it was impressive. It was like this guy knew his stuff. I didn't see his code. I didn't see the end product. Like the end users would never see it. But as a fellow developer, I was impressed. In fact, I was a little bit intimidated by him. He was so good at it, right? So one of my big problems at the moment is doing cross-platform development, where I'm going from IDE to IDE, or development tool to development tool. So going from Sublime Text to WebStorm to Visual Studio Code to Xcode to Android Studio. A lot of the times the shortcut keys are different. It kind of messes up your game, and you kind of lose that. In fact, sometimes I'll print off like a PDF of shortcut keys just to have it near my desk so that I can get familiar with some of these tools. And at the moment I'm trying to use JetBrains tools because of the shortcut key problem, but it's a bit flawed, because it's actually a lot of times you have to leave JetBrains and go into Xcode or to go into another tool just to do stuff, because it's limited a lot of times what it can do, although it's getting better all the time. But the way I think of it, using shortcut keys, in addition to just making you more productive, it just gives you that extra bit of confidence. You are a master of that tool. You use your IDE like Jimi Hendrix plays the guitar, or like Jamie Oliver slices onions in the kitchen, right? If I was to slice onions in the kitchen, which, I guess I could film myself doing it, it's messy, it's nasty. It's slow too. It's like, cut this onion, and just, things are rolling all over the place, and I'm chasing it around, right? But you watch somebody on a cooking show, whatever, it's like, done, right? And that's what it's like as a software developer, as somebody who not only can demonstrate you are a master of your tool. That is your court. You are bouncing the ball in your court and no one can touch you. In addition to that, it makes you more productive and it gives you that confidence to do what you need to do. This is one of the major reasons I think learning the shortcut keys, learning your IDE inside and out is hugely important. And to be honest with you, the last time I was fully 100% knowledgeable of an IDE was probably God, it might have been Visual Basic 6. It's been a while, but because they just get more and more involved. But yeah, it's usually important. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know how much time you spend, especially when you're learning a new tool. How much time you spend learning those shortcut keys, or are you somebody who just you don't need them? You're not that interested in it. You're happy to just use the mouse and everything like that. And to be honest with you, I do use the mouse more than I would like to admit. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys' opinions are on whether or not it's important to learn shortcut keys. And that is it for today. I'll talk to you again next time.
Getting deep now. What does getting deep now?